Welcome to the sixth video of Chess Trap Series. In today's video, we will start with e4, e5, then knight f3, then knight c6, bishop c4, Italian game, bishop c5, Giuoco Piano, c3, prepare to attack d4 in the next move, black play knight f6, d4, d takes, e takes, bishop check, knight defends it, and you can see this is a free pawn. Black captures it, white castle. This is the position of last two videos. In the last two videos we have discussed two variations. First one is bishop takes c3 and the second one is knight takes c3. In bishop takes c3 variation we moved our pawn to d5 and give a double attack on knight and bishop, and we have discussed two variations in which three variations in which knight go to b4, d4 and e5. But in today's video we will discuss what if knight go to a5 and e7 and what are the traps there. So let's start with the trap 1. What if knight goes to a5, right? So this is an inaccuracy. You can see the engine, because here black threatening to grab our bishop. So we'll move the bishop here and just attack, double attack, attacking c3 bishop and the knight on e4. So he has to defend one. Let's suppose he choose to defend the knight to f6, then it's a blunder because losing a piece here, right? Now suppose he castle, then our queen can come to a4 and attacking attacking the knight and setting a trap here to go to h4. And as you can see, this bishop is focusing on the h7 pawn, then threaten to mate in one, right? So this is all idea here by white. It's black to play. So black might play, this is under attack, so black might choose to defend it with the b6 pawn, and he did two things: defended well and prepare to develop the bishop on the long diagonal. So in the next, what should white try to do? Try to capture this file with the rook e1, right? Then our knight, black thought this is a free pawn, he can easily grab this, so he might go for it, and that's a case. Then our bishop can attack the queen, right? Then he has to come back, and if he came back, our second idea, queen to h4 idea, attacking on this, looking at this pawn is being played. Now let's suppose he plays something like developing move, any move, bishop b7, and then this is killer because we can take the knight, and if a pawn takes it, then it's a mate in one, and if queen takes it, then also it's a mate in one, and if black plays something like any move, then it's also a mate. To stop the mate, the only move that he should play is pawn, h pawn to up, right, and give up the queen. That's the only move. That's the only move in which black can save, right? So white is winning queen, and it's just amazing. He can easily win from here. The second variation is, what if knight goes to e7? So in this case, our b pawn can easily trap this. Now there are two threats here. He can easily take this or go back, right? Suppose he choose to take the c3. That's a huge blunder, +8 engine source, because queen to d4 attacking this, the knight and the g7 pawn. And since black black will definitely choose to defend the piece, so that's the only piece for this knight. That's the only square for this knight. You can see there is no legal square. This square is just covered by bishop. This is queen, this is just rook. So the only way to a4, and it's just g7 attack on the rook. So rook will go to here, attacking and defended by the knight, right? So white will just grab the pawn. I mean, grabbing pawn is okay, but now black think to develop the bishop somewhere around to f5 and to attack the queen. So he played d6. Then we can pin the knight here, and this rook goes undefended, so he has to go back. He go back. Otherwise, you can easily grab this. I mean, if he doesn't play if he doesn't play this, then just grab this, and it will be mate in just the next move here, right? It will be made soon, right? So he has to go there. He went there. Then what we can play is simply attack on this. I mean, this is the pin, bring your pieces one by one to attack it. We brought here, and suppose black wants to bring his other pieces into the action. That's game over. Check, either to lose the queen or to rook, anything. I mean, suppose he plays something like counter attack, I mean bishop to f5, I mean attacking on the queen, our queen. But he forgot there is a pin, and it will give a discovered check. He has to take, and white is easily better with the queens up, right? So it's easy with not just a queens up, but with a piece up, right? So the next variation that I mean, except for playing bishop here, right? Except for playing this bishop here, black can also do something like e takes, I mean queen takes e7, then just exchange. He will take. I mean, you can give the check with the second rook. So this is devastating, and you can see it's a mate in 11. You can find the mate. Black king has some options. If black move here, it will be mate in 2, because there is a check here, and all these squares are defended, and these squares are defended by our knight, right? So the only if he goes here, this is a check. The only move, he will come here, and then that's a mate, because this can easily come to here, and it will be mate, right? So mate in 2. If he go there, it is mate in 2, and if he go somewhere here, it will be mate in 5 or 6. You can check, or you are a queens up, you can easily win this game, right? We have discussed what if knight takes c3, but what if knight goes back to f6? Let's suppose he go back to f6. Then you can see it's a inaccuracy, 1.5, 1.7, because in the next move, what white can play is just amazing. He can push this and try to, black will cap. White queen will just grab this. Black decide to castle, so he will castle. Then our second bishop can join here, and look at this. This is just threatening to not just checkmate, but to win the pieces. So he might play knight. I mean, he might play knight to attack on this queen. So let's suppose he plays something like this. Then it's a huge blunder, because now queen can take this, and if suppose queen take this, then it's a, and in the next move, this I mean rook is going to lose. Black is going to lose this rook, right? So just we have to see the tactics here. We have discussed 5 variations. Thank you.